John Fletcher from Leeds. Was I out? In Atkinson, again joining the rest of them on the floor. It's Fred Garbutt having a good laugh. He's been in that position a few times, knows what it's all about. The B-class riders get a little bit tied up. Somebody's trying to do it backwards. The bog, we have Chris Kosh. He made the journey from London. He finished third, losing 95. They leg it out. Last man there, 38's Jonathan Coates from Reith. One of the busiest men was the observer in that section. Andrew McElvenny from Hartlepool, he went on to retire. Stephen Duffy. Paul Robinson, another retirement eventually. Wished it had been earlier, I think. Keith Weston. Adrian Smith, still circulating, but eventually retired. David Green. Philip Alderson. He went on to finish fourth, but having problems here. Not alone, but them short legs are Philip's problem when it gets into this stuff. Chris Pierce from Sheffield, trying a bit of speed. Richard Roper from Richmond, trying to keep out of the slot but falling back in. Ian Atkinson, Middlesbrough rider. Helping hand from Mr. Bernicle. It's Mr. Clayton, clerk of the course, responsible for a lot of these sections. Bit of a cleaner one here with the old house. Barry Watson observing a very difficult section. Only cleaned once all day by Gerald Richardson. There's Tony Scarlett from Sheffield. He was the B-class winner. Also best on observation for the B-class. Definitely a rider of the future. There goes Tony. And here's the Richmond rider Mark Willis. One of the smaller hill climbs now. Didn't cause too many problems. Philip Alderson again, he's got out of the bog. Andrew Ford sat there, looks as though he's retired. Looked like Tony Scarlett again. Section 11. Michael Jackson. Oh, the rocks. And Gary Moorhouse just running out of grip before the end card. Having to receive a helping hand Paul Doney made the long journey up down from Fareham, losing a 5. David Green, Brian Owen section now, ably assisted by Sandra. There's Michael Dowson once more. Somebody used them long legs, might have just got out. Paul Sadler. Looked like a clean that time. While the fell rescue in attendance, fortunately they hadn't a call on them for any assistance as far as injuries was concerned. There's a view of the start. We also approaching section 13, the one in the quarry, the top of the hill. We have Neil Hebden from Scarborough. Jonathan Lappin. Horse riders found this no problem. David Abdale, little prod. Simon Holland from Sheffield. David Clayton, who has problems. Oh dear me. Blame me father for that one. Get it switched off. Bill doesn't care. It's David's friend's Chris Riley. Shows how it should be done. Ah. Meanwhile, back at the bog, Philip Alderson having another go. Bit better that time, Philip. Stephen Williams, 6th place today. Paul Robinson. Timothy Chapman going for a swim. What do you call a good clean sport? Still got the strength to lift it up anyway. Try new line. They all finish up in the same place. It's not petrol he wants. And a push or a pull. Mr. Burdicle's not going to observe that one anymore. Try a bit of speed. It's Michael Benson, still stops. I think Mr. Burdicle's given up. Don't blame him, don't help anybody in that. You got it in. And that's what it was all about. And one for the B class.
We are once again at the Wensleydale Rugby Club for the Richmond Motor Club's very first own arena trial. There we have the competitors. Number 1, Alan Richardson from Skeby. There we have him going round on his first heat. Here he is over the sleepers. Very tricky section this. Most riders got through for a dab or so, you know. There we have his brother Les up over the car for a 1. There we have Steve Richardson, another one of the Richardson family from Skeby. Steve on a 250 Suzuki. There we have Mike Lambert from Laban. This was Mike's very first attempt at this sort of a trial, and I think, you know, a lot of people thought he didn't do very well, but when it's your first attempt, it's very strange after riding on rock hazards. Richard Allen from Hawes goes through the skip. Mike Wright from Coverdale over the pallets. Well, should I say over some pallets. All the crowd enjoying this sort of thing because it's a new sort of sport. Colin Lowes, trouble over the plank. Brian Walker from Croft, finding trouble with the pallets. Finds trouble here as well. Falls off in a big heap. Richie Sunter from Helaw, up onto the trailer, down. Mike Alderson from Woodhall comes into the skip. Gets through okay for 1. Mike over the tyres, okay. Round the sleepers. Big Doug keeping an eye on him.
He's gone that first heat.
And there's competitors after the first heat. Second heat, the course was done in reverse. Mike Alderson again from Woodhall. Stuck on the car, gone through the windscreen, I think there, Mike.
Tyres will be wet this time for going over the motor car the opposite way around.
The tyres got wet with going through the skip when they went that way, and it made the car very difficult. Richie Sunter stops on the tyres. Up and over the trailer, okay. Into the skip, 1. Brian Walker gets through that time for 1. Colin Lowes having trouble with the plank again. Mike Ryder over the pallets. Quick 1 and a bit of a shaker at the end. Richard Allen into the skip. Gets through for 2. Big 5 on the car. Steve Richardson over the oil drums, okay. Les Richardson over the plank. Gets over the plank okay for 1. Falls off over the car, does Les. There he is, Les doing his wheelie. 5's the wheelie as well. Brother Alan saying, was I out? I think he was by the look of it. There we have the riders after both heats. Now we're waiting to see who's got through into the final. Yes. There we have the timekeepers just checking on the scores. Colin Lowe says something about his Wellingtons here. Your wellies aren't big enough. Mike Alderson, first off in the final. Against the clock as well. Richie Sunter over the tyres. Up onto the trailer. There's a one on the trailer. Another one on the car. Big wheelie, no problem. Colin Lowes into the skip for a one. Onto the car for a one. Big wheelie, Colin. Richard Allen up onto the board for one. Over the plank, don't know what for. Over the car. That's the way it should be done. No, it isn't. Fell off in a big heap. Over the car, clean. First clean, I think, that day. Les was the eventual winner. Brother Allen going round in the final. Oh, falls off at the last pallet. Up to the car. Okay. Big wheelie to finish off.
Very good ride, and big wheelie. Now the second and third round.
And now we are waiting for the results. Everybody enjoyed it.
I'll just hand you over to him.
First place, Les Richardson. Second year running. Gets a little peck as well. Second place, Colin Harry Lowes. Gets a kiss as well. Third, Richard Sunter. Fourth, Alan Richardson. Fifth, Michael Alderson. That was a very good day. All the boys having a drink after a hard afternoon. He always has twice his share. Too strong for you, Steve. Here we are at the Wensleydale Arena Trial. This event we put on with appreciation, show our appreciation to the farmers at the annual Wensleydale show. We do it every year, and all the lads enjoy it, and we hope the farmers do too. Here we have Colin Lowes setting off. New fancy striped shirt on that day. Must have been on his holidays. Now this was a new hazard. 2 flights of stairs, and